and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, I'm Catherine and I post thrifting and vlogs and styling and crafts. Now, if you're not new here, thank you so much for coming back. I really do appreciate all the support. In my last video, I mentioned that I want to do a DIY video, so I actually did it. And here it is. So anyway, here are a bunch of Pinterest and TikTok and semi-original ideas that I attempt to do in this video. Let's get into it. For my first little project, I want to make a Danger Days shirt. I found a little tank top that I've had for a very long time, since I was like a child, that I want to get rid of. So someone I follow on TikTok recently posted, I guess a while ago, they posted a video and it was Melanie Martinez merch, and it's a little tank top with like the Melanie Martinez spider on it, which I don't listen to Melanie Martinez, so I saw that and I'm like, oh my god, a spider, Danger Days? My Chemical Romance? No. So anyway, I want to try to replicate that, but with the Danger Days, like, little spider. So, yeah, I'm gonna use fabric markers and a little tank top and try really, really hard. So I started out just putting the tank top on and kind of chalking where I want the spider to like lay on my body. So I want it on my chest. Then I printed out the spider and I'm just going to trace that onto the shirt. I'm using a Tulip Graffiti bullet tip fabric marker. So, you know, I don't know. But then I just traced the spider over the printout and very carefully like put like little dots and little like sketch lines so that it didn't like bleed completely. Because if you like try to just draw normally on fabric, it works weird. It doesn't work out well. And when you have the limited art skill that I have, you gotta be careful and use very cautious little actions. But here's how it's looking. My spider is a little fatter than the normal image. Also, look at the Interview with a Vampire shirt that I got from Hot Topic. That's my current brain rot. So it was on clearance at Hot Topic and I was like, oh my goodness. So I had to get the little Hot Topic shirt. Subscribe so I can be a Hot Topic brand ambassador. Then I'm just going in and filling in the spider with tiny little dots and tiny little marks. Throughout this whole process, I've been watching the 1990s recorded version of Cats that's available on YouTube. Which I completely recommend it. It's so much better than the movie. But here's what the spider is looking like. It's definitely a little whiter than like the skinny spider, but this is me trying it on. It stretches out wider and it isn't quite what I was going for, but I think it works well enough for just kind of tiny dots and doodling, and yeah. But we're gonna throw it in the washing machine and hope it doesn't bleed too much. And it really didn't. There's a tiny little mark here, but I don't mind. So here is the Danger Days shirt. I think she is super cute, and I will have to probably retrace the spider every once in a while, but for me just doodling a spider on a shirt, I think it turned out really cute. Success! Next up, I've been looking at a lot of little clay crafts on Pinterest. They're so cute. I picked up some air dry clay at the dollar store that I've been really wanting to try out and, you know, haven't really had an excuse to use it until now. So that's what I'm gonna do. I have a couple ideas here. I really like these little star pendants, or charms or whatever. It's just a little star with a swirl, and I think I should be able to replicate that okay. And then I also want to make a little dish because they're cute. And yeah. So here's the clay. I want to say it is Crayola is what it said. And then I'm just making a little star and singing along to Cats in the background. Very cute. Memory of the lone moonlight. I can on, here I'm making the little dish. I took a round flat piece and then I just took another little strip of clay and went around it. There's probably a proper way to do this for like actual like clay people that know what they're doing, but I don't, and I winged it. This is a terrible angle of what it's currently looking like, but I didn't want to touch the camera too much because I have clay on my hands, but that's like the rough view of what it looks like. It's just a little dish at this point. And then moving on, I made a little round piece to be an eye in the center of it. And now I'm making like a little piece to be the eyelid-ish looking somewhat. And I'm just putting a little flat piece over the eye and then smoothing it out. And this is what it's looking like so far. So I don't hate that. And then I'm going back to my star and just trying to make it thicker and rounder so it can actually be a pendant or something, which is what I really want it to be. And then I put the toothpick swirl. So that's what it looks like so far. I put a little water on my hands to smooth everything out, and then I go back to singing Cats. Touch me, it's so easy to leave me all alone with the memory. Anyways, moving on, I poke a little pupil in the center of the eye, which definitely wasn't a necessary step, but anyway. And then I go in and I clean up my little space. There was a bunch of clay everywhere. And I tried to save the last of the clay. Several days later, the clay is finally dry and I'm going back in with this little red paint. It's kind of a burnt red, rusty color, or that's what it looked like in person. I think it's brighter on the camera. But this is what it looked like covering the star. I kind of really like it. And then for the dish, I'm painting the eye blue, and then I'm going in with a light pink to not be flesh, but almost like, maybe like a cartoon flesh or something. I don't know. I have a little bit of a vision, but not that much. But I'm just painting the inside of it this lighter pink color. And this is what she's looking like so far. Naked. And then, because I didn't mix enough of the light pink, I'm going over the ends with this darker pink and just filling in all of the loose space. To make it cuter and less creepy, I added eyeliner, kind of the way that I do my eyeliner, with little hearts and wings. And then I went in the star and added black to this swirl that I made. For this, I just used a really tiny paintbrush and used black paint from the cap of the paint bottle because I didn't want to get too much black out. And then I ended up doing the edges in black as well. Here's my little star pendant. I think it turned out super cute, actually. The color doesn't look as bad as I thought it would. It's so cute. I'll throw it on a necklace and wear it around. I'm actually really happy with how it turned out. Next up, we have this gaudy little thing. I don't know if I'd use her as like an actual dish or put her like on the wall. And I try to do her makeup like I do my makeup with the little hearts and the eyeliner. But I think she's super cute. Next up, I am just taking charms off of this necklace I got a couple videos ago. It's really cute, but it just has too much going on. So this is what it looks like with all its charms, and it's really cute, but it is simply too much. And when it lays, you can't really see any of the charms. So I stole some pliers from my father, and then I'm just going to remove some of the charms. And I tried to do this strategically so that I would have to do the least amount of work and, you know, not have to replace the charms and just take some off and be done with it. But then I ended up making several mistakes, but look how cute the telephone is. So I ended up having to take off and reattach a lot of the charms, and some of them got a little squished, like their ring got squished, but here's what it looks like. Here is the adjusted charm necklace. It still has a lot going on, which I like and which is what I wanted from it, but it's a little bit less and you can kind of like see what everything is. Finally, I've been really liking these little skeleton t-shirts where they just cut out like the holes to make it a skeleton. I think they're super cute and I think it would be super fun to style. Here's that! So for the skeleton shirt, I'm using an old t-shirt I had and just going in and marking where I want it to start and stop on my body. This is very similar to the Danger Days shirt and how I'm just marking where I want everything to go. I pulled up this picture of what I want it to look like on Pinterest, and I am just freehanding it. I tried to print out a template, but my printer did not work. So I am just very carefully trying to sketch out the shapes of the picture onto the shirt with my chalk. And this is what it was looking like so far, which didn't really look too terrible. Trying it on my body, I realized the center was a bit wider than I wanted it to be, so I went in and I elongated the ribs. And then I got the scissors out, so no going back. I cut small slits in the center of each shape and then cut towards these sides. I wanted to keep like a smooth roundness for all of them because that's what they look like. So I had to cut off all the little tiny sharp angles that I would make accidentally. Eventually I switched to my safety scissors that people teased me for in high school, but they're so convenient and they're honestly decent scissors. And it was so much easier to get in the curve of the rib using the smaller scissors. If you end up doing this for yourself, I definitely recommend smaller scissors or actual fabric cutting scissors. That would be quite a bit helpful in this situation. And then this is me shaking out all the little fuzz that was left in the shirt. And then I tried it on and decided that I want to cut the neck out so that it lays a little funky. Now, there's probably thousands of tutorials on how to cut shirt necks in a way that like lays a certain way, but I completely winged it and just cut a little bit and then tried it on and then cut a little bit more and tried it on again and stretched it until it ended up looking like this. I cropped the bottom and went around like the bottom of the rib cage, and I'm liking how it looks. I like the slouch that I gave it. I think it works. I ended up with a bunch of extra white fabric from cropping it, and I'm hoping that I get a chance to use it. I'm doing a sewing class at university this year, so I'm hoping that I learn some skills that I can use this with and maybe make something cool in the future that I'll share with you guys. Next up, here is the finished skeleton shirt. I really like it. It definitely could be better, but for me, just cutting it out of a t-shirt, I think it's really cute. I like the slouchy off the shoulder with it, because I cut it a little too far away from the top. It's a cute layering piece. There's a lot I can do with it. It's messy, and don't look at it too closely, but we are gonna call that punk rock. I think it's cute. I think it's successful. It's just nice to make clothing that I don't have to sew. I think she's cute. All right, and that is going to be the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I had so much fun doing all these little things. Let me know if you want me to do another video like this, or if there's anything else you want to see in the future. I'm open to ideas. My next video will probably have something to do with college because I'm back pretty soon into the month of August. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I really hope to see you in the next one. Bye!